Hi everybody, it's Jenny from That's Crafty Stampers. Welcome to the online workshop today. So to keep you all busy over lockdown, you might be looking for some ideas for different fold cards. So the one that I'm focusing on today is called a bridge fold card. And I've made a few samples up for you to show it's a versatile card that you can make for any occasion. So here is one done here, using the hometown bundle. So it just folds flat like this to go in an envelope, and you can make these all different sizes. But it's a lovely card because it'll stand up on a mantelpiece like that, won't fall over. So that's done with the hometown bundle. I've also made a slightly bigger one using the same bundle and a few extra things, with the little gnomes on it. And then to show how, also with the hometown bundle set, I've also made just a normal Christmas card using the stamps and the dies. I've also done a child's card using the stamps and the dies. And I've also done a welcome to your new home. So it's a very versatile stamp set and bundle. Some other cards used doing the bridge fold format are, a lot of you might have Grace's garden bundle, which is this set here. That's a thinking of you card that I've made. If you're wondering what the stamp set is in the back there, that is actually a hostess set, which means anyone that's having a workshop or putting an order in over $250, this is one of the stamp sets you can buy with your stamping rewards. And I quite like this because it's got some children's ideas for children's cards on it as well. But I thought this perspective stamp suited this fold really good because it looks a bit like a shadow box card. So that's that one there. I've also made one with this set here. I wanted this to look like a bit like a fish tank. So there's a laminating sheet in the back there to give it a bit of a shine. And with all these cards, what you can do is put a panel on the back for writing onto it. Okay, so we'll get started with how to make one of these, and I'll give you the pattern as well. So the pattern for this card, you're just using an A4 piece of cardstock, and you're cutting it at 10 inches by 5 inches, which will give you this here. Then you're going to score on the long side at 1.5, 3, 7, and 8.5. So that's forming the main part of your card. Now for these two top and bottom sections of your card, you're going to cut two pieces at 7 by 1.25, and that'll come out of your leftovers from that A4 piece of cardstock. So you'll have two pieces like this. So these are forming the top and bottom of your card. Now the set that I've used to do this is called the Coming Home. It's a polymer stamp set, and it also has matching dies. And here are the dies here. And what I always do when I get a bundle, I always stamp all my images onto an A4 piece of cardstock, and then I run all the dies through my Big Shot machine to see how they look. And sometimes it gives you an example. There might be embossing designs in them as well. So it's a good idea to run all your dies through the machine, mount them onto an A4 piece of cardstock, and then put them all in a folder. There is also beautiful paper, designer series paper, that matches this bundle. And this is a paper here. It's a 12 by 12 format. You get 2 sheets of each paper, and it's called Trimming the Town Designer Series paper. When you get your designer series paper, on the back it'll have all the colours that match this designer series paper. So that gives you an idea of what colours to work with. So today for this card we're using Misty Moonlight, which is this colour. The dies in this set also match the paper. So if you have a look at the paper, there's lots of houses and trees here. This particular die matches that one there. The big Christmas tree matches that one. The little Christmas tree matches that one. This big house here matches that one. This one here matches that. And you'll also notice there's a little wreath, Christmas wreath. So there's a little die that matches this. What I do too with the dies, if it's a bit hard to work out which way it goes, I always put a little dot with a permanent marker onto my die where the top of the die is. So that's going to match up with the bow like that. So the paper's great. There's the wreaths in it. There's the houses and the trees. There's also, it looks like Where's Wally paper. You could do a Where's Wally card with that one. And there's also another scene that you could use, which I've done on this one, to look like mountains in the background with a skating rink in it. And then I'll turn the reverse side over. So there's some good Christmas colours there and lots of Christmas words on this one. And also one of the papers I've used in it is this one, which has got a lovely snowdrop, snow scene paper, and on the back is the little tiny houses. So to make this next card, I've used a combination of my stamps, my dies, and I've also used the designer series paper to cut out some of the little houses and die cut some of the houses. So we'll get started on how to make the card. So I've already done stamped and pre-cut everything to make a little bit quicker for you. And the pattern was on that piece of paper that I just showed you a minute ago. But I'll send you all the pattern as well. So we've got our main piece. We're using the designer series paper from the Hometown Greetings bundle. So I'm just going to adhere this to the back of the card. There's my multi-purpose glue. Just stick that on there. Then we're just going to decorate these two side panels. So I've got these already pre-cut. Now this paper here is another one from the Snowflake Splendor set. And if you want a really nice backdrop with snowflake designs on it, this paper is beautiful. Again, you get 12 sheets, 2 of each design. Really, really pretty. It looks like a lot of like water wash papers as well in this. Beautiful colours. And there's also on the back, there's different ones. So a really good Christmas range of papers if you like that colour scheme. Okay, back to making the card. So we're going to decorate these two side panels. We'll stick those on. Now with this card, the idea of doing this card is you would work on the centre panel first, and then you would add your top bars and decorate the front. So I've used the dies and pre-cut everything ahead of time, just to show you what to do. Just going to add these. This is the card we're making here. The little Volkswagens on with the little Christmas tree on the back. So really, really cute. So this is one of the dies in the set that cuts out the little trees. So I've just done that in old olive, and we're just going to mount that onto there. Then I've used this plain die, which cuts like a snowfield. So I've already die cut one of those. So I'm just going to put that on top of there. And I'm going to put some little houses. One of them is an image that I've stamped and coloured in, and the other ones I've just die cut out of the designer series paper. We'll also add a little Volkswagen. So I've got those all here. So Volkswagen. This one. Okay. So we shall add. I've lost my little house. Oh, there it is. Thanks, doll. Okay, so we're just going to put some glue on this. And just add it behind that hill. And this is one cut out of the designer series paper. So if you don't feel like stamping and colouring in a hurry, just use your die cuts and die cut the paper out, and you've got a really quick card to do. Just going to add that on there. Then the little Volkswagen. We might 3D the little Volkswagen up with some dimensionals. So just to give it a bit of a 3D effect. So a couple of dimensionals on there. And just going to stick the little Volkswagen there. So that's the back of the card decorated. What we're going to do now is these two the top and the bottom bar. So these are cut by 7 inches by 1 1/4, and you need 2 of those. Just going to put some designer series paper on. You could use cardstock run through an embossing folder if you didn't want to use designer series paper, like I've done on this one. This one's got no designer series paper, it's just got cardstock and embossed panels using those. Okay, so this particular one, I've added a couple of the snow slopes on this one. So I'm just going to I'm just going to give this a little bit of height. And I've just cut another one to add another layer, just to give it a bit of interest. Okay, add that down here. Now, to put these bars on the top and the bottom, because it's going to go like this, I'm just going to turn both these pieces over and get a pencil and just place that there and make a mark on that one. This is where we're going to put double-sided tape. So this is 1 1/4 inches here. So we're just going to make a mark there and there, and we'll get our double-sided tape. Hope you're all keeping busy over this lockdown period. A great opportunity to get all your Christmas projects done. So just remember, with this card, always decorate the inside of the card first, then add your panels on last. It's just a bit easier to do the inside first. This card would also be quite nice done with the poinsettia set with the fireplace scene in the back. That would look really pretty. So what we're going to do with this top bar is we're just going to peel off the double-sided tape on both ends. And we're just going to add this top piece. Just fold your card over add that right up to the top like so. Then fold this one in and just add this, just have it nice and flat and just add it. Sometimes there's a little bit to trim off, that's matched pretty good. Do the same thing on the bottom. We're going to peel off this double-sided tape. Okay, we've nearly finished this card, but this is the basic design of how to put the card together. So again, we're just going to add this over to the left hand side. Then this one's going to go over to the right hand side, and then maybe just a little bit to trim off this one. There we go. And then all you do is add all your other little pieces, which I've already pre-cut. So your little house, the tree, the Volkswagen with the little tree on the back, some Christmas trees, and a message up the top, and your job's done. Hope you've enjoyed this project, and I hope you give it a go. Have a great week, everyone. Bye. Thanks, Dom.